Nikki. It's me doing Fields. Listen, I just wanted to come on today, and I just wanted to share some things that's been on my heart because I've been going through some things, and really excited about the prospect of life and what's about to happen to me. And I just kind of want to share things because I believe that we go through things in life, and when we go through them and we see the blessings on the other side, that it's our duty to share what we're going through to other people, because other people are experiencing the same exact thing that we're experiencing, and they may feel like they're alone, and they may feel like there's no hope. So when you do know that there is hope and you want to share that with other people, I think that's what we actually are supposed to be doing. And so that's why I'm going to come on here today and share some information for some ladies that might be going through some of the same struggles that I'm actually going through or have gone through, and just to let you know that you're not alone and that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. You may or may not know that I just kind of walked away from a 27-year marriage. I was married to a person for 27 years, have 2 children by this person, and it just was never really good. You know how you know from the very beginning that you're not equally yoked with a person. And I'm being totally honest with you. I'm a person that's kind of like hard-headed. I'm a hard-headed person. And when somebody tells me that I shouldn't do something, I do it. I remember when I told my parents that I was getting married and they didn't want me to get married. I think the only reason they didn't want me to get married to the person I was getting married to, because they felt that we were unequally yoked. And I think because they forbid me to do it is one of the reasons why I actually went and did it. Which I can't say it turned out to be a totally bad thing, because I do have 2 beautiful children out of the union, and I had a lot of good times with my husband. I can't say everything was bad, but if you know anything about narcissists and being with a person that's a narcissist, this is a really hard struggle. It really is, because this is a person who they don't see their wrongs, and I don't care how many times you try to point it out to them, they never see where they are wrong, and everything is you're the reason why they are doing the things that they're doing. People can't really control you. You control yourself, and you have to understand that. But if you are in a situation where you feel like you just can't get out, like I know a lot of times people are in struggles because they feel like they need to be in that relationship because that person helps pay the bills or whatever. Thank God I was never in that situation. Never really had to depend on a person to. I could have left at any given time. I was not in my relationship because my husband was taking care of me. Because actually it was the other way around. I was probably taking care of him way more than he was taking care of me on every conceivable level. And it was nothing really that was holding me. My children are both grown and out of the house. So, and they were on their own, so I didn't have the excuse of children. It's just that 27 years, you kind of get in the habit of doing things, and things are just the way that they are. But you know that if you stay in this situation, that your life is not going to change. You are always going to be doing the same thing that you don't want to do anyway. And see, I'm the person, I believe that I have a lot of stuff to offer to the world in general. But when you have a person that really stops you from shining, they don't want to see you shine. They just want to, they want your whole focus to be on helping them shine, or just being around or doing things for them. And when you get the notion to do something, they really shoot it down on every conceivable level. And a lot of times you feel like you're above that. Like, I don't care if this person is not in my corner. I don't need them to be in my corner because I can do it all on my own and I'm my own person. But you don't realize that it does have a psychological effect on you. It does kind of hold you back from doing the things that you want to do. And so you kind of, you're just kind of stuck. You're stuck in a situation. You're stuck there. It's nothing that you feel like, I can do this, I can do that. But you keep finding yourself stuck, and you're wondering why. Why am I still stuck here? Why am I not making the progress that I know I should make? I'm doing all the right things. I'm doing all the things that's necessary, and I see other people succeeding doing the same things that I'm doing. So what is making me stuck? And sometimes it's a negative energy that be around you. Sometimes, there are, whether we realize it or not, there are demonic forces in this world. And a lot of times, if these demonic forces, especially if you're a person who got a lot of light if you can shine a light on things, these demonic forces will do everything in their power to stop you from your light from shining. So it's not really people. Even the Bible tells us it's not your struggle is not against people. It's against spiritual beings in high places. And these spiritual beings will send negative forces around you to stop your flow from, or stop your light from shining. That's their job. That's their goal. And it's your job to propel yourself above that, to get that, remove all that negative energy out of your life. Because if that negative energy stays in your life, it can control your life, whether you feel like it's not, or you feel like you got it together or not. Because I really was feeling like I had it together. I feel like I got it. I know I can have it together. I know that I do all the things that is necessary. I know that I'm a go-getter. I know that I will do the things that's necessary that has to be done. I know that I love to learn. I love to research. When I find out information, I don't just hear about it. I like to take action upon things. And when you do that, and it's a negative force that's holding you back, and if that negative force is really strong or powerful in your life, it's kind of hard. It's not hard, but sometimes you just can't get above that. And the only way to get above that is to get away from it. And that's what I decided to do. Just 2 days ago, I just packed up my bag and took everything that I could possibly fit into the bag and bounced. It left from Charlotte, North Carolina. It ended up in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Now you may say, what in the world? What made you pick Baton Rouge? I'd have never been to Baton Rouge, Louisiana in my entire life. I've never been to Louisiana in my entire life. I don't even know anybody in Louisiana. Actually, I do. I do, but I didn't know that I did when I made the move. But the reason I made the move really is because of my son. My son, he lives in, he was going to school at FAU, which is in Boca Raton, Florida. And back in October, November, I went down to Florida with him to help him make a decision whether he was going to stay at FAU or whether he was going to take his chance of trying to go somewhere else. And so he decided to go someplace else, which meant that he was going to come home and stay home until he found another school for him to attend. And then he ended up going one day, not really expecting to want to go to school. He came out to visit Southern University A&M, which is a HBCU out in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And then he came back home, he called me on the phone before he said, "Ma, I think this is going to be the place. I like this place. I think it's going to be Southern U." So I was like, okay, cool. And then some things was happening, like while he was home, he was seeing some things. You know, when a kid they're not home, they don't live there. It's been a long time since he lived there. And he see things that he hadn't really seen before. Just behaviors of his dad that he just wasn't really quite feeling. And he was like, "Ma, how do you deal with this every day? Like, this is like hard for a person to kind of deal with." And he was right. But I didn't really see it that way, because when you're in it, it becomes normal. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're in it every day, and it's something that you deal with every day, it just becomes the norm. And you even though you think it's weird or crazy and a bit stressful, it just becomes normal. It's like an everyday activity. Like the sun is going to come up every day, and you know that. And the moon is going to come out at night, and you know that. And this behavior is going to be displayed at some time during the day, and you know that. So you just ignore it for the most part. You don't bring it in. But you start saying, well, why? Why am I, if I don't have to deal with this, I can focus more on what it is that I really do need to focus on. And that is what made me, when he made that comment, and I was like, well, you know what? When you go to Baton Rouge, I'm going to. There's this comedian, this comedy thing. I don't even know. I think it's on YouTube. And every time the girl got a boyfriend, every time the boyfriend go anything, she'd be like, "I'm going to." So that's what I was saying to my son. I'm going to. I'm going to find me a place in Baton Rouge. And I did. I went on the internet. I don't know anything about Baton Rouge. And I really should have probably researched a little bit better, because I did find an apartment, but it's not. If I would have took more time, I would never have come to this apartment in this area. But I'm here now. I'm signed a 1-year lease. So let that year go by fast so I can get the heck on out of this apartment into someplace better. I just, but it's good for right now. It's good for what I need. And what is even so remarkable is once I made that decision to leave, once I made up my mind, and that's all it is, it's a decision. Once you make that decision, it's all that's required, a decision. I made that decision, and once I made that decision, it's like the whole universe opened up for me. Like, an apartment became available. My girlfriend hit me up and was like, hey, listen, let me tell you about this business. And I checked out the business, and I was like, wow, okay, this is something that I can get behind. And then I just like all of the energy that I've been having, I was suppressing for so many years, just boom, bam, just came out like bam. And now it's like I'm clear, I'm focused, I know what I want, I know what I need to do, I know what my goals are. I listen to tapes every day. I have my goals written out. I got them on a piece of paper, on an index card that I carry with me every single day. I read them every single day. I know beyond a shadow of a doubt. I know, like with every fiber of my being, that this is the move for me. I know for every fiber of my being that this is going to be the most successful. This is my golden years. This is my years when I'm really supposed to be doing things as far as setting up a legacy for my family. And that's my driving force. I want to set up a legacy for my children and my children's children. I want to just be able to, have the kind of life that I always desired, but never really had because it just wasn't right. I never really wanted to go on vacation with my husband and my spouse. I really went one time on vacation with him because he always wanted to go to Vegas, so I surprised him with a trip to Vegas, and that turned out to be not so much fun because he came and he brought himself with us. But I want to be able to do the things that I want to be able to do. And you know what? I'm looking right now for some people, because this company that I'm with, they got like big, lofty goals, and I love that. They're just coming here to the United States, and that's like such a blessing to get involved in a company that's like ground floor here in the United States. Now, they've already been in business for 3.5 years, so they're already established. They've been in Forbes magazine. They've been in a whole bunch of different magazines where they talk about, where they celebrate their business. So they know what they're doing. So they're opening it up here in the United States. And that's the blessing part. For me to be asked by somebody to come into this business, and I join into this business, and I'm on the brink of it opening up here in the United States. This opens up a wealth of possibilities for me and for anybody else who decides to join me. I'm actually looking, because I'm building a team. I don't want to do this by myself. I can, but I want to bring people with me, because that's the joy of being able to share, is because you can share and help other people along the way. And if you can imagine helping as many people as you can change their life. That's just like such an awesome feeling. Just to be able to change their life. Let people know that you don't have to be stuck. You don't have to be in a situation that's not working for you. You just don't have to be there. All it takes is a decision. And right now, I'm looking for 20 people to make that same decision. I don't want just anybody. I want 20 people that's serious. 20 people that's ready to really just take the world by storm. Ready to change their life completely. I want people who can visualize what it takes to make $500,000 a month. I want you to focus on what it would take to do that. Because see, it's not an easy thing to do, because if it was easy, everybody in the world would be doing it. But now is the time to really do it, because let me just tell you, things are getting really crazy and tough. If you're not aware of what's going on, you need to be. Just go into the supermarket and just pick up some, I don't care anything. It's last year this time, it's at least 7 to 10% more costly than it was. Just think about gas situation. Last year around this time, the gas was under $1. It was under $2. Now it's almost $4. Or it's at least over $3, going on $4. See what I'm saying? Now, if you ain't doing something to keep up with that, then you're going to be it's not going back down. It's only going up. It's not going back down. They keep saying, oh, if you do this, then we'll go back to normal. Or this is the new normal. They're telling you it's your new normal. Get used to it. So if it's going to be the new normal, you got to do something that's going to make it really normal for you. And that means being able to live and survive and provide for yourself and for your family and to build a legacy. Now, if you got a job and you're working, and you can't save yourself up into making a lot of money. You know why? Because what you're saving is fiat money, and when you save it and inflation go up, it's just like you're not saving at all. Money's disappearing. If you don't have a way to have your money grow and work for you, then you're not going to have any money. I'm looking for 20 people who want to have money and want to be able to be successful, who want to be able to build a legacy for their families, who want to be able to not have to be worried about how they're going to live. Do you know that there's a group of people that's actually, they're waiting for people to be able to not be able to pay for their house so they can buy up their house? Because once they buy up their house, they can tell you it's a rental property, and they can tell you what you can and cannot do in that home. You don't want to be amongst those people. You want to be one of the people that's actually buying up properties. And the only way to do that is to make some changes. If you can't do that right now, to go out and be able to do that, then you need to make some changes. And I'm looking for people that want to make that change. If you're a person that really want to make the change and want to get on a winning team, because this is going to be a winning team. This is a winning team. I'm just looking for people that's winners. That's it. Winners. Now, you don't have to, if you want to come on board and you don't really want to work, that's cool. You can do that too. We got room for you. You want to make about $1,000 extra a month, $2,000 extra a month, you can come and do that. There's always room for those people. But I'm looking for people that's going to run with me. If you're a person that's going to run with me, if you, like, no holds barred, let's just do this. Let's just do this and do this now. I want you to do me a favor. I got a link that I provided above. Just click on that link. Fill out the application. Fill out the application, I'm going to give you a call. We're going to chit-chat, so we're going to make sure that this is right for you and it's right for me. If it's right for you and right for me, then we're going to the next step. The next step is that I'm going to share with you all the information about this company and everything that's going on, and then you can make a decision whether you want to join or not. But I'm looking for 10 people, and we're running hard because we're doing it for 30 days. It's a group of us. It's a group of us, and we're running strong for 30 days. And we're running strong, and we running towards that bag, and I want you to run with me. So if you're a person, especially a female, who's working, my focus also is on empty nesters. People who, you already did, as far as you already raised your children, they're grown and they're out into the society, you did your job. But now it's your job to create that legacy for your children and your grandchildren. You have to do that. That's what we're put here for. Even it's in the Bible, it tells us, I think it's Proverbs 13:22 tells us that man has to create an inheritance for his children's children. That means you have to set up enough money. And I don't mean just leave some money that's just going to disappear. I mean set up something that has residual income, that money is coming in consistent basis, so that when your children has children and their children have children, they'll be taken care of. You understand me? You with me? If you're with me, just click on the link above. I'm just telling you, we run it, and we run it strong. And I want people who want to run strong to run strong with me. I want to help change lives. I want to change my life, and I want to change your life. And that's all it takes is for you to make the decision. Just make the decision and click the link and say, yeah, I'm ready to change my life. Because I'm changing mine. $500K a month is not impossible. It is not. It's already a done deal. It's already in the spiritual world. I just got to bring it into the physical world. I got to manifest it into my life. Because it's already sitting there waiting for you. And it's sitting there it's waiting for me, and it's waiting for you too. All we got to do is make a decision and know that we know that it's coming to us. That's all. Just know it, believe it. It's all a mindset, baby doll. All a mindset. All you got to do is change your mindset, and you can change your life. I just changed my mindset. I walked away from a 27-year marriage, and I'm free. Forget that? Free. I ain't even free. I'm free. You got to say it that way. Free. I want you to be free too. So hit me up. Follow the link. Click the link. Let's do this.